Going to embryo. Here you see the structure of uterus, also ovary. If I get that one first, I think it will be better. I will. Also, you can study from the chart too. Here. Yeah, we have 4 different presentations here. Some blood vessels and other structures. Here you see the ovary. This is called the fimbriae. This is the fallopian tube or the uterine tube. This is uterus. Uterus, 3 parts: the fundus, the body, the cervix. Okay. Uterus, to uterus, the broad ligament is attached. This is the broad ligament. You can see this number 18 here, this one. This one is the suspensory ligament. I will go to ovary later on. Perimetrium, this is perimetrium, myometrium, and endometrium. This is endometrium. Of course, you know endometrium has 2 layers, functional layer and basal layer. Sure. This is the uterine cavity. This is the cervical canal. So, in between uterine cavity and cervical canal is the internal os, and in between cervix and vagina is the external os. Os has 2 meanings, but here one meaning is implied. Os meaning mouth. Internal os, inner mouth. External os, outer mouth. Like os, another meaning is bone. Os coxa. Os coxa, coxal bone. Yeah? All right. So those are the accessory structures. What about ovary here? Primary female sex organ that is attached to the uterus by the ovarian ligament. This number 9 is ovarian ligament. Now, inside the ovary, you can see the ovarian follicles here, like here. Here, ovulation is shown, isn't it? This is a ruptured follicle. This is corpus hemorrhagicum. This one. Someone asked me, where is the corpus hemorrhagicum? So this one is the corpus hemorrhagicum. This is the corpus hemorrhagicum. And this is the ovulated secondary oocyte, surrounded by, what is that? Corona radiata. Corona radiata, but the cell is secondary oocyte. Here we go. Primordial follicle with the follicular cells and the primary oocyte. Primary follicle, granulosa cells, primary oocyte. Secondary follicle, this is the antrum. We do not know yet this is secondary oocyte or not, but when it is ovulated, definitely this is secondary oocyte. This is corpus hemorrhagicum, that becomes corpus luteum. See that this blood clot will be ultimately resolved. This is not corpus hemorrhagicum, I tell you. This is corpus luteum. This is corpus hemorrhagicum. And this is corpus albicans. And that is shown here. You can see. What is that? These are primordial follicles. This is a primary follicle. This is early secondary follicle. This is a Graafian follicle. This is what follicle? Graafian follicle. So this is secondary oocyte. You can see the secondary oocyte is gone here. From there, This is corpus hemorrhagicum, corpus luteum, degenerating corpus luteum, corpus albicans. You need to know several features from there. Whatever features I have pinned. So this and that also pinned. So this I'm done. And I will go over all the features on these models also. Let's get this one. Look here, very nicely three layers of uterus are shown here. Perimetrium. What is perimetrium? It is the visceral peritoneum or the serosa. Do you get that? Myometrium and endometrium. You can see the implantation of an embryo in the endometrium. Okay? This portion is the fundus of the uterus. This is the body of the uterus. And from here to here, cervix of the uterus, you see the internal os and the external os, uterine cavity, cervical canal. This is fornix of vagina. This is vagina. These are rugae of vagina. Look at the infundibulum part of the uterine tube, the terminal part, finger-like projections. These are called fimbriae. This secondary oocyte is picked up because there are ciliated cells here. They are producing ciliary movement. So this is sucked up, though there is no physical attachment. And here, this is the secondary oocyte and is encountered by a sperm cell. Look here, little sperm cell is shown here. And this is the usual site of fertilization. Okay? And when fertilized, immediately what happens to the zygote? Mitosis takes over. Repeated mitosis. Yeah, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, like that. So ball of cells are produced called morula, blastocyst. And then the whole gastrulation process. The embryo is being driven to the uterus, and on any place here, embryo will be implanted. If not implanted, or if the secondary oocyte, if not fertilized, it will be moved, it will pass through the uterine cavity, cervical canal, and ultimately to the outside. You get that? Okay. What is this? A secondary oocyte. And what is this? A sperm cell. The different parts. This is the head. And this is the tail. This is the middle piece. If this is pin, this is the middle piece of a sperm cell. This is the head of a sperm cell. Though the first portion, the anterior-most portion of the head is called acrosome, and then this is the nucleus, but we cannot differentiate. So this is better head, middle piece, and this is a tail. Middle piece is regarded as a part of the tail, but this is middle piece. This is important because here you can find the maximum concentration of mitochondria. Very good. Capish? Okay, then let us look at